What's up, guys? Welcome to my 500th video on YouTube. 500 videos. That is a lot of videos. That is a long time. I mean, we've been through quite a bit since I first opened this channel in the beginning of April. And I just wanted to, first of all, say thank you. And tell you how I got here. This actually stemmed off from about 4 years ago. And 4 years ago, pretty much almost 4 years ago, I decided I wanted to put a band together. Now, I had been in bands prior, and but this time it was different. I was really determined because the bands that I was in prior, I had joined up as a singer, and this was the first time that I was going to put a band together myself. So I did. I met a guitar player who's a good friend of mine. Now, he became a good friend of mine. And I told him, we're going to put a band together. We're going to play around. We're going to play out different venues. We're going to make things happen. And, we're going to get our own songs played on the radio as well. That was in 2013 when I met him. 2014, we had a band. By the end of 2014, we had recorded our first 5 songs for our album. So we released our first EP by the end of 2014. 2015, actually no, but at the end of 2014, we also had our first single being played at one of the radio stations locally here. 2015, we had our second song being played on the radio. We were booked out every weekend, playing around everywhere, and it was a dream. It was a dream come true to be able to do that. So 2016, which is probably for me one of the worst years I've ever had. 2016, we ended up breaking up. My guitar player stayed with me since he helped me to put the band together. And before we broke up, he had told me that he was planning on moving back to New York because he missed his family. I understood that. I'm a family man myself. I completely understood that. So he tells me that he's going to move back to New York. He doesn't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And I said, okay, no problem, man. I completely understand. So November of 2016, we break up. The band breaks up. And I had bookings I needed to fill. So I found new members, with the exception of the guitar player because he stayed with me. So I found new members. And we kept playing, but we didn't write originals anymore. I didn't see a reason to. The original band was no longer there, and my guitar player was leaving, so there was no reason to write originals anymore. In March of 2016, my good friend, my guitar player, he moved back to New York, and I hit one of the biggest depressions in my entire life. And why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because this all leads to where we are now. So I got a new guitar player, and I must have been through, 3 different renditions of my band. And all the meanwhile, I was fighting a heavy depression. Most people didn't know about it. And so I was at a dead-end job that I completely hated on top of being, in a band where it didn't feel like home anymore. So in March of 2017, I decided to close down the band. It wasn't what it was when I first started. The vision was gone, and I decided to close down the band. And it made my depression even worse. And to make matters even worse than that, we had a close family friend pass away towards the end of March. And it was there that I started talking to my cousin Ronnie at News to Astonish. And I told him about this idea that I had where I wanted to start a YouTube channel. And he told me, do it. I told him the idea. I told him I wanted it to focus on games and anime, stuff that I enjoy, stuff that I really want to do. So he said, do it. And he'll help me. He'll help me get it started. He'll help me get it up and running, doing the banners and everything. Because I had no idea how to do banners. I had no idea how to do Photoshop or live stream or anything. I've never done it before. So he says, do it. I'll help you. I talked to my wife. She said, do it. If there's something you want to do, you do it. No one's there to stop you but you. So I did. I already had a channel, but I never uploaded anything to it. It was just linked to my Gmail account, like every other YouTube channel is. And I sat down. I didn't have a high definition webcam. I didn't have my microphone set up. I didn't have anything. I had nothing except my phone. So I set up my phone and I put it up against I propped it up so that way like it can be pointed at me, and I sat down and I went ahead and recorded my first YouTube video. That was in April 6th of this year, 2017. April 6th of 2017 began the YouTube channel. And this was the first video.
Hey everyone, welcome to Goshen's Games. My name is Chris, aka Goshen.
Not that it's actually loading properly.
I am giving you a brief introduction on this channel, as it is a brand new channel. Basically,
but that was the first video, and 500 videos later, this is where we are. And I wouldn't be here doing it if it wasn't for Ronnie helping me to do it, and for you guys supporting the channel. So thank you. Thank you, all of you. And here's to 500 more.